Excel keyboard shortcut keys actually makes your work easier and faster. In this video, we'll be looking at fast data selection Microsoft Excel shortcuts. Excel made easy. So on our screen here, you can see that we have a set of data. Actually, the first row contains the headers. Is that all right? Now, the first keyboard shortcut key that we'll be looking at is the shift and the up arrow key. So once you hit the shift key and you press the up arrow key, you notice that your data will be selected in that order. All right. Now, when I hit shift and the down arrow key, my data will be selected in that order. So it will select each cell at a time as you go down, and when you hit the up arrow key to select each cell at a time as you go up. All right. So what now happens when I hold down shift and my right arrow key? So it selects the cells like that. So if I hit shift and the left arrow key, it will deselect the cells and eventually select the cells to the left. Is that not super awesome? So the next set of Excel keyboard selection tool that we're looking at is the control and the shift key combined with the arrow keys. Now what happens if you want to go faster with your selection? You hold down control, shift, and the arrow key. So the first arrow key we'll look at is the up arrow key. Now look at what happens. When I hold down control and the up arrow key, the range of cells from my active cell upwards will be selected. So control, shift, up arrow key, range of cell from my active cell upward will be selected. Now what happens when I hold down control, shift, and the down arrow key? The range of cell from my active cell downwards to the last row will be selected. Is that not amazing? Control shift down arrow key, range of cell from my active cell to the last row will be selected. Is that not super awesome? Now what happens if I hold down control, the shift key, and the right arrow key? The range of cells from my active cell to the last column of my table or my data is selected. Is that right? In that particular row, in that order. Is that not super awesome? So supposing E20 is my active cell and I hold down control, shift, and the left arrow key. So the range of cells from my active cell to the left of my table will be selected. So control shift left, right, up, and down does very fast selections for you, while only holding down shift, the up, down arrow keys only does the selection at very little intervals. Is that not super awesome? So the next Excel keyboard shortcut key that I'll be looking at is the control shift and the page down key. Now pay attention to what happens. So for us to better understand this particular shortcut key, I'll have to go to this particular worksheet. All right. Now when I hold down control shift and page down key, you notice that it does what? It actually groups the worksheet together. Is that not super awesome? Now, you might not understand the importance of grouping worksheets until you get to the advanced level. So why don't you smash the subscribe button, because we'll be dealing with Microsoft Excel from beginner level to advanced level eventually, and everything will be shown to us. So it actually groups the worksheet for us. So holding down control shift and page down more will group more of those particular worksheets. Now, how do I ungroup? I can ungroup by just right-clicking here and clicking on grouping sheets. The next Excel keyboard data selection tool that we'll be looking at is the control shift and the page up. Just like control shift and page down select and groups the worksheet to the right, control shift and page up groups and select the worksheet to the left. Is that super awesome? So it's very, very easy to implement. So these are some of the Excel keyboard fast data selection tools that you have to know to speed up your workflow. So the next set of Excel keyboard selection shortcut key that we're looking at is the control shift and the home key. Now from my active cell, if I hold down control shift and home key, now notice what happened. From my active cell to the beginning of my worksheet, all the data will be selected. Watch what happens. Control shift home key, from my active cell to the beginning of my worksheet, all the data is selected. This is super amazing. Okay, Control Shift Home key does wonders. So your guess is as good as mine. If I press Control Shift End key, you will notice from my active cell to the end of my worksheet, all the data is selected accordingly. Control Shift End key, from my active cell to the end of my worksheet, all the data is selected as that. So what happens when you hit Shift Home? The Shift Home key does what? Select your set of data to the left from your active cell. All right. So Shift Home key, select your set of data to the left. Okay. Now what happens when you press Shift Page Up? So Shift Page Up will do what? Select a range of cells at intervals. All right. Now notice what happens. Shift Page Up, it will select this range of cells. Then when you hit Page Up again, it will select it to the very first row. Is that not super awesome? Now what happens when you hit Shift Page Down? So Shift Page Down will select this range of cells. It actually counts the range of cells about 24 rows at a time. So you should be aware of this. Shift Page Down, it will select the range of cells. Okay, but if you want to move intermittently, you can either use Shift with your down arrow keys to go like that or to go like that. It's very easy to implement. Hope you've learned something new in this video. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section below. Don't forget to support our channel by smashing that subscribe button. Also like and share this video. Turn on your notifications so that you'll be the first to be notified if we drop new videos. Watch the video on your screen that shows you Excel cell formatting keyboard shortcut keys.